From the outside, you might look fine. You might even look strong. The one who listens, the one who gives, the one who holds things together when other people fall apart. But inside, you might be carrying something else. The quiet weight of not being able to do enough. Not enough for your family, not enough for your friends, not enough for the world. And the worst part is, you probably never said that out loud. Because we're told that being good means giving more, that love means self-sacrifice, that if someone is in pain and you can help, and you should, no questions asked. But here's the truth you were never taught. You can't save everyone, and that's not your failure. The people who feel this most are often the ones with the kindest hearts. Because when you care, when you really care, you see suffering everywhere. You see it in the people close to you, in the news, in strangers on the street. In the past you wish you could change. In the future, you're afraid you won't protect. And something in you says, if I don't do something, who will? It sounds noble, but over time, it becomes exhausting. Because the world doesn't run out of pain. There's no finish line. There's no moment where you finally helped enough people, or gave enough of yourself, or fixed enough broken things to feel at peace. So you keep giving. Even when you're empty. Even when it's costing you more than you can afford. And when you can't help. When something goes wrong. When someone walks away. When life breaks through your efforts like a flood through sandbags. You don't just feel sadness. You feel guilt. As if you should have done more, as if failure lives in you, not the world. This isn't just a personality trait, it's cultural, it's psychological, it's deeply human. We were raised, many of us, to believe that goodness equals sacrifice, and that our worth comes from how much we give away. Some religions teach it, some families model it, some traumas burn it into us, so we become people who feel responsible for everything. The emotional health of our parents, the mistakes of our partners, the suffering of people we've never even met. But here's the part that gets left out. Responsibility isn't the same as power. You might feel responsible, but that doesn't mean you could have saved them. It doesn't mean you failed. This might be hard to hear. But you are not the answer to every problem. Not because you're weak, not because you're selfish, but because you're human. You can love someone deeply and still be unable to carry their pain for them. You can show up fully and still not be what someone needs. You can donate, volunteer, care, cry, and the world will still break in places you can't reach. And that isn't on you. It never was. The truth is, the more you believe you're supposed to fix everything, the more you will start to disappear. You'll stop resting. You'll stop asking for help. You'll say, I'm fine, when you're not. Because how dare you fall apart when others are suffering? But slowly, you become hollow. You become numb, disconnected, burned out, and ironically, you end up with less to give. Because self-sacrifice isn't sustainable, and compassion without boundaries turns into collapse. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you walk away from the world. It means you understand the limits of what one person can carry. It means you give what you can, not what will destroy you. It means you learn the difference between guilt and grief, between what's yours and what never was. You can mourn the people you couldn't help. You can cry over the ones who didn't make it. You can wish it had been different. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you human. But you don't have to carry blame for all of it. Because helping is not the same as saving, and giving does not mean disappearing. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to say, I wish I could have done more. but I did what I could. You're allowed to be a person, not a savior, not a martyr, not a god. You are not infinite, but you are enough, even with limits. The world will always tell you to do more, but the deeper truth is, you matter just as much as the people you're trying to save, and your well-being is not a betrayal of theirs. So start here. Let go of the guilt that was never yours. Mourn what you couldn't fix, and honor the part of you that tried anyway. Because that part, the part that cared, the part that reached out, the part that stayed soft in a hard world, that was never a failure. That was love.